Galbank really wants the UC to know who's holding the purse strings, you know?
Now, listen, I have a lot on my plate right now, and you don't look like a new hire stumbling through their first day. What? Oh, you. You really look like you know how to use that thing. I have an eye for talent. Oh, this is perfect. I have a business proposition for you that could, Good. Well, confession time. I might just be... See, the world of credit analysis, you know, dealing with deadbeats and reprobates is, well, it's a tough feat. What I need is a ringer. Someone that can collect some of our top delinquent offenders. What I need is... you. You work with me, and the fee you get will be huge. If you haven't noticed, and I'm guessing you have, the settled system. Someone gets seriously underwater, they skip the system. And it's a real pain to track. Sad truth is, we can't track everyone down, so credit analysis always has a black eye when Oh, I can tell you're eager. That's good. But we'll start small and work our way up. Yes! So, we got a Galaxy-class con man took out a loan to franchise a restaurant. Turns out, surprise, it was a scam. And Dieter, he's holed up in a literal shack in the middle of nowhere. Can you believe? The job is simple. Get, and we don't want him dead. We don't want him hurt. Just closes it. I'll send over all the details. You fine?
Good grief. Just once I'd like to deliver a cake to somebody instead of harassing.
I hate to end on this note, but, you know, not everyone's. You cut a deal with Dieter. Honestly, but don't expect any more jobs from me.
Hello. Welcome to the... the Galbank Archives. May I see your credentials? Just one moment. Oh, yes, Mr. Dombrowski. Welcome, sir. Give me a moment to log your visit. Shh, they'll hear. Look, Ecliptic busted in here and said something about letting you walk into the archives, and then they're gonna jump you. I'm supposed to let you in, and then get the heck out of here. They said if I didn't do exactly what they said, they'd... Just... be careful.
Opening fire! let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
You wanna kick back? Avoid the last Nova. Bog's in a funk that kill any mood. Next time you see Bog, tell him to lighten up.
Your buddy Rokov is aboard the Key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on and on. Now I remember why we kicked his ass out the fleet. Yeah? That...
All right, neighbor, you... Well, since you're vouching for Rokov, I guess. All right. Now that is out of the way, we can move on to the matter at hand. Speaking of which, let me see that data you copied from... Ah, so the Galvan transport... Bannock. What is it? Neva?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking it up. And... I got it. Damn it. Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing without frying every...
Nope. EM class is certain death.
Don't know that one, huh? Well, pick up your... EM class means the planet is giving off a ridiculously high... Fly your ship anywhere near one of these death traps, and you'll blow every single... Yeah, sure. We'll just wrap your ship in a ton of copper and launch you right in there. That oughta...
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Creeks hit the same roadblock. All we need to do...
This sounds like a goddamn waste of time to me.
The Rook's right. We tackle one problem at a time.
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra-bit encryption, constantly reshuffling frequency. But before you get that pissy look on your face, I heard we grab that little beauty and we'll be...
All right, here is the plan. Rook, I want you and Neva to put your heads together and get us that comm spike. I don't care if it's mounted at the top of... In the meantime, I'm going to find out more about this EM-class gas giant problem. And I think...
Give me a little time to crunch the numbers on the comm spike with Jazz, and I'll point us in the right... Yeah? Well, I got news for you. You know damn picnic.
All right, that is enough. We are in arm's reach of Creeks' legacy, and I don't have... Now, both of you, get the hell...
All right.
Oh, pardon me. Was that your stomach or mine?
Ask Jazz about any ship upgrades. Nothing worse than a pirate ship with no personality.
Yeah? If I had a billion creds, I'd run my own city, like Bayou. Except in my town, you could do...
The fleet protects our own. But you
So this is the key. I'm honestly impressed they managed to keep the thing operational.
Anything ship-related? You're at the right place.
Hey, champ. I'm including this month's list of parts I need for the key. Don't bust a gut. It's hefty, but I know you can handle it. I'm gonna need a lot more than usual this time. I'm planning to overhaul the entire electrical system before it completely shorts out. Oh yeah, thanks for sending over the key's reactor specs. I can't tell you exactly why I needed those. Dell said to keep it hush-hush. As far as next month's shipment, start scrounging up some parts so I can spruce up our defensive batteries. They're looking kind of rusty. Well, I guess that's it for now. I'll have my people in New Atlantis drop off the payment at the spaceport. Just make sure you aren't being followed. We wouldn't want the UC to know they're providing replacement parts to the Crimson Fleet.
All right, let's get right to it. Did you get the Earth Savior Award, or am I gonna be very disappointed? Well, that's... You see, everyone above you in the fleet is making more than you are off the same gig. That's why we're all... Understood? Good. Now, you might want... Well, look at that. Of course, it would have been more money if you hadn't blabbed about the damn thing to roll call. Anyway, here's your cash. All right, Fleet? We've all got work to do, so let's get to it.
Here to upgrade that ship of yours?
We're a bunch of mindless marauders. We here in Ops beg to differ.
need something?
Tell us about your arrest.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular. Definitely one for the record books. UC Security sent an armada after our little fleet of ships and picked us off one by one until the remainder of us made it to the
If you got any spare creds, or just need to unload
For our
some
listeners'
junk,
benefit,
head to the depot.
that was the star station in orbit around Volii that you destroyed just before your arrest, correct?
You see, that's what they'd have you believe, but the truth is much less sinister.
Shut up or die.
There was a firefight on the wheel when they tried to bring us
I'm
in.
always stationed on the
We
key
holed
until
up,
the
but
heat dies down.
Security unleashed
Then it's
hell.
back to raiding and
The
pillaging.
damage they caused was catastrophic. We only surrendered so we wouldn't die when the station exploded.
Well, the UC says you set demolition charges to try and cover your tracks and make your escape.
What if we leave a few things here and make a second trip? Sure, I've got a minute. I might have... Well, okay then.
Fighting with all these beat-up hand-me-downs. We need to use all the good stuff.
When the sky starts raining credits. Until then, maybe you could just shut up and stop complaining.
Is Mina seeing anyone right now? Patience, I mean.
I got a sore hip.
So wait, say that again. You think I'm who?
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Leonel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you? Fleet? Ecliptic? An independent?
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am. You're never concerned with the death you leave in your wake, in your pursuit of greed. You killed my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you!
Ah, such a terrible shame. All that time and money she wasted. Ah, well. Better get rid of the body.
fleet doesn't care how big your belly is. You don't earn it.
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
Ship is now docked. Perfect.
I woke up in the middle of the night.
So I heard there was a bit of excitement on the Siren of the Stars. Your handiwork, I assume? Yes, and I heard there were no casualties.
Except for the eclectic hit squad that you took down at the archives. You're taking care of that mess, by the way.
Speaking of which, I assume you copied the information from the Galbanks. Let me see what you did. So the Legacy went down at Bannock 4.
Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant, sir. There isn't a ship in the fleet that could safely get near that type of world. It sounds like you admire them. I think his gospel's gone straight to your head. Maybe we made a mistake.
That's enough! Even if Delgado has an immediate solution to the EM problem, there's still the matter of tracing the Legacy strap. They have information about the comm spike?
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that.
No, you shouldn't be familiar. It's an advanced signal decryption and tracking device that the UC Navy's been working on for years. How the hell did it...
There must be an information leak somewhere, sir. I'll see what I can find out.
Fine. This is what we're going. You keep playing along and go after the comm spike. Lieutenant Toft and I will see what... I don't see the point. Crimson Fleet apparently has a pipeline of information flowing from some... Any attempt to move the comm spike would be a waste of time. We need to... My superiors are stubborn. They aren't going to authorize an attack on the key based on my... We need more evidence that all the Crimson Fleet's plans will result in them actually getting their hands on this. Perfect. Just stick with the plan and we'll see who gets to Crix's legacy first. This mission will be tricky. The comm spike will be heavily guarded, but I trust you can do it with very concerned. Which is why when this is over, I'm going to ask Mas Popo. So to help with that, I ask that you show additional care. Any crimes against UC personnel, it will be far easier to explain to Mast why the Crimson Fleet gained possession of classified material. Commanders are given briefings on classified projects, as they may be relevant. On rare occasions, we may ask for a project to be pushed through. In fact, we recently put in a request to upgrade our shields, which we hope will pay dividends. Our directive is simple. We are tasked with the erratic as the chief source of pirate activity. The Crimson Fleet is our prime. You have your orders.
Well, you didn't put us into a planet, so we must be in the right place.
Hey, Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really listen to Barrett's dulcet voice right now, then instead of dreaming about me, stop by and say hello, okay? Time to cycle the airlock. Move.
I don't trust shielding. I got secret compartments on my ship.
As long as you put the fleet first, you won't have any problems.
All right, Jazz. What do you got?
According to the latest, the comm spike is being developed at UC Star Station SY-920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jim's. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements. All right, Rook. Next, your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with...
Sounds like a situation that calls for a fist bump.
You're in the fleet. You should... As far as Juan goes. Even though she... Definitely. We're talking cargo depots, I've never seen someone new to the game have so many contacts. It's the reason we... I don't know how she accomplished that. We've been trying to... I sure hope so. 'Cause she might... Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the comm. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a...
Basically, you break it.
Interesting.
Nava's right. Just grab everything labeled comm spike that isn't...
Oh, and one more thing. SY-920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be... Perfect. Okay, so... In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnet...
Okay, you'll make sure? More like...
Privileges of rank, my dog. And you, get the hell up. We'll talk later.
Hey, so I'm really enjoying our time. It's been a long time since I worked with someone so closely. And you haven't stopped me from looking into this stuff with Irvin either. See, that's what makes you a good captain in my book. On that note, I do have some news about Irvin's case. So, I wanted to let you know that I heard back from my contact. They sent me a copy of some public record. There was a claim filed against Irvin, accusing him of death. Looks like Irvin didn't even... The Hephaestus Mining Corporation. And they also... Some of Irvin's paychecks were seized, as well as any assets that weren't under joint... He wasn't even on the planet for the duration of the trial. I think they scared him off. Anyway, this mining corporation, Hephaestus, sued Irvin, claiming he irreparably damaged their mine. They said he killed the apex predators in the area around the mine, which led to herd creatures overeating the grass. That caused the soils to release too many gases too fast, which cost Hephaestus. It looks like they considered him a no-show. So anyway, according to the court documents, there was a witness for the defense, who was a no-show too. Then Hephaestus won. They tried to take his apartment, but because it's in my name too, they withdrew their testimony the morning of the trial. I didn't know he bought it. Must have been a better deal than renting for the time he was. Yes, they plan to stay in the... That doesn't mean we can't do anything about it. And if nothing else, I just want to know more. So here's what I was thinking. I don't want to press our luck, so I'll just ask them to follow up on one thing. Should I tell them to investigate the company more, or look into the witness instead? I don't generally like owing favors, but you know, this investigation is time-consuming, and who knows? Maybe if we solve this, but that's thinking too far ahead.
If you want to stay under the radar, I've got just the thing. You've got stuff to smuggle, I've got the stuff to hide it. All business and no fun. And I need your cash.
I heard Isra's sister is
When humanity left Earth, I bet most of them were worried we'd never find another planet like it again. I wonder how they felt when they landed on Genesis. And that is convenient, but riding right after eating can give you stomach aches.
I do odd jobs at evening hours.
I take it your neighbor's new recruit?
It's not much, but it's enough.
That you're new, but capable. Other than that, Neighbor talks a lot, but that's not the same as talking too much. SY 920 is one of my regular stops, so I already have. Neighbor says you're after a piece of UC tech. So to get it, we're going to need to get... I can do that. Good. I can be candid, for this job to work, we'll have to do this my way. We take my ship, and you're a member of my crew. But make no mistake, once you board, the risk is entirely yours. This route is highly lucrative, and sacrificing it is not an option.
Sounds like just another day in the office.
Being able to adapt under pressure should serve you well. In any case, when you're ready, meet me at my ship. And make sure you're prepared for the long haul. Once you're on board SY-920, I'd like to, but in my experience, the more people know about you, the more they... I thought you might. You're a pirate. Anyways, I appreciate the small talk. But let's keep our focus on the mission. We'll talk more on the ship.
Hey, what can I need some work done? Looks to me like you've already...
Nobody can stop the Crimson Fleet.
Yes? What? Always looking for the next mark. Yes? Excuse me.
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, you see me, let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you... Good. Say nothing and let them mind.
Hey, a crate of cargo can still have personality, though, if you add enough.
Let's try to keep our bags colorless and... Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until... If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me... All right, then get comfortable. We leave for SY-920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to engine and crab drive. All systems go.
Craft jump the SY-920 from here. Don't worry about your personal ship. The fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare. Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying. Sounds like they're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my... For the record, I don't even like you.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Roger that.
You've entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself ship for scanning. You're cleared to dock in docking bay 2.
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're done.
Hey.
Okay, we're in. First things first. The station is enormous. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, there should be a way through the vents. You can get to them via the maintenance. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make calls. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command. But if at any point you're covered... This is a star station, so... As far as tactics go, it's an oldie. Only military personnel are allowed out of the cargo area. That's why we need to get you to the barracks. Provided you haven't sounded the alarm, then yeah, like I said. I would hope not. But if they do, we'll cross... Either way, for now, get on that station and find that intercom. We'll talk more then.
Let's get out there and do something new today, shall we? Mm-hmm.
You with the Jade Swan? Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the
Hold up. This area is for SY-920. Rules are rules. Can't let you in unless you're military. Commander Natara would notice. Well, I haven't received that order. And I take... Sorry, no you... SY-920 military... The contents and operations of the... Only uniformed personnel are... Yeah, you do... SY-920 mil... Yeah, you do that.
You with the Jade Swan? Loading and unloading.
Hold up. This area is for S... Rules are rules. Can't let you in unless you're military. That doesn't sound like command. Well, if you're quick about it, It is just the barracks. I suppose if you're quick... Yeah, I get that this place can be a maze. Well, maybe... I suppose it's not that big of a deal. There's another... All right, fine. You're good. Just be quick about it. That goes for your friend, too.
Hey, Arthur. Only designated SY-920 UC military.
like butter.
Hey, don't... Hey, don't...
I've heard the technology in the station will make the FC surrender.
What's in there?
State your business. Logging ensign level clearance. Go on ahead.
Your friend there have the same clearance?
Mm-hmm. We're together.
Then you're both good to go.
Good. And no alarms or warnings on the comm. If you found a uniform, be sure to put it on. That'll provide some. Don't know what you're after, but I'm guessing there'll be another checkpoint this far down. You might need a. I don't like deliberately drawing attention to yourself. The uniform won't be enough though. You'll need to find a try the security office. They likely have a computer there that has what you need. Going down for now. We'll talk again once you've located your target.
Not yet. Gotta get clearance at the security station and then head on over to the archives.
Well, you better hurry. You know what they say, Marine. If you're 15 minutes early, you're still 10 minutes late.
Well, if this doesn't work, we can always resort to the earliest of human solutions. Smash it.
I don't know you, Ensign. You sure you have clearance?
better sleep.
I don't recognize your face, Ensign. Are you new?
Stop right there, Ensign. All right, Ensign. Why aren't you at your post? Only authorized personnel. Only senior officers report to the commander. I hear you. What? I think we can work something out. Fine. I'll let you go, Ensign. But as soon as you're done with your task, you should return to your...
You lost, Ensign?
Need your clearance code, Marine. All right, Ensign, let's hear it. You're clear, Ensign Akasaka. I assume the two of you are together?
Of course. I go with...
Then you're both clear.
Commander Natara, test flights for the latest prototypes are ready to go.
Acknowledged, Lieutenant. Inform them they are clear to go.
That was fast.
If you aren't assigned to this level...
Dr. Vogel has put in a request for more personnel. It seems there was an accident. Not to change the subject, but are we concerned about potential leaks?
You here. Cargo's almost unloaded. Will be the... You are, and I've delivered you just as the got. That being said, I can stay in orbit for a short while. I'll need to send word to Delgado anyway, if you don't get off that. But it looks like you'll need to find your own way off the ship. That doesn't mean you're trapped. On a station this big, there are bound to be other... As a member of the Crimson Fleet, I trust... I like the confidence. Either way, good luck. If you make it out alive, next time you're at the Nova, bye-bye.
intercepting transponder data in the Alpha system might be promising. Wait, who are you? Why are you in... Don't you mean access to the ship? Because the comm spike isn't... It's attached to a prototype in one of our docking ports. We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types. But the results so far... It can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. It really... Its potential. Huh. This is the biggest advancement in decryption tech since the Ondo-Patarak inference. Everything beyond this point is purely... And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts and the occasional traumatic Oh, it's ready. We're long past the inference. And now that we've corrected the prior mishaps, it's time for real flesh and blood pilots to stress test this. The kind unafraid to make the necessary In short, I've requested a full squadron of these brave... They'll give the prototype a final run, and provided that... Splendid. That was... Normally my requests aren't given this much attention. You're right. We do need to hurry if we're going to... I see. It would have been nice if they kept me in the loop. All right, you've convinced me. You'll need a uniform and a terminal password to authorize a flight and get past Natara's cumbersome. The uniform you can get in the locker room area. The password. You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight. And of course, best of luck.
Yes?
The team's looking for more test pilots.
Yes, if you have experience flying, you should talk to Dr. Vogel.
I don't know. I've flown a Discovery class, but I'm not familiar with the newer tech.
Newer ships are generally...
You aren't assigned to this level, Ensign. You need to...
Carrying. A lot. You want? Take a moment to shuffle things around?
Excuse me.
So, what's this big project you're working on?
I tried my best not to enjoy it.
With the change in leadership, security's been beefed up. Give it a check when it's not
I've been so stressed out thinking about this project.
I've heard the engineers say Dr. Vogel's an AI.
There's rumors Commander Natara was brought on to investigate the old commander. 2 weeks later, she's in charge. Been to the mess hall? Culinary spec. Callista Koy is a damn good chef.
Reporting for duty, pilot? Access granted. Be sure to head to the control center and schedule... Hey. Pilot? SY-920 Marines are hand-picked to maintain our security distance here. We're working on this.
Prototype ship, you are cleared for takeoff. We'll begin the test on your departure.
Recording test flight data. Please adhere to the scheduled flight plan and let us know if you have any issues.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
No matter how many times we jump, it never gets old. Never mind. Sorry. Thinking of something else. Oh, right.
Well, well, well. Welcome back, Rook. Looks like you got a new toy for me.
Always listen to Delgado. Yeah?
Every captain here earned my job.
Nice to know Neva was right about you. It's good to have a promise. I won't deny I helped. Let's hope the Anyway, I believe I owe you a drink. It's the last time I'm paying. Because if Delgado's right about Crix's legacy, you've earned more than your fair share already. You read my mind. I don't like the thought of putting my routes in jeopardy over an old. But I respect Delgado and I believe he's on to something. What that is... Anyway, I've kept you long enough. Now that you've had your drink and my debt is paid, it's time for you to...
Are you looking to start something? Because I'll finish it.
You know, aside from the frightening populace and the gloomy aesthetic, this place isn't so bad.
I always thought heat leeches were just pests.
We may not have official security, but we are always looking out for traitors.
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the Comspike, but I'm impressed, Rook.
Yeah, nice try, Rook. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little... She gave you some really high praise.
And from what I hear, receiving praise from Juan Dayu is quite an accomplishment. All in. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. Comspike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs...
Keep me posted. All right. That leaves our There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers this. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4. Perfect. That means you know how to handle the locals. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you...
Estelle one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash. Don't worry. When Crix's legacy is aboard the Key, until then, I want you to do everything Estelle asks. Follow her. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a con.
Technically, we already answered you.
And if you fail me here, you will...
Estelle will be waiting at Madame I'd say don't keep her waiting. But chances are she won't.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big we are one step away from Crixus' legacy.
I have things for you. Airlock integrity looks good.
Pardon.
United Colony System Defense at your service.
The commander...
It seems you had quite the eventful mission. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare... But you did so with an abundance of stealth and restraint.
I'm glad somebody noticed around here.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the...
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short. Please give me your report. That all depends on what you brought back from. Aside from your eyewitness testimony, I assume you have the usual evidence that could lead to her incarceration?
I can take it off your hands once we complete your debriefing, but at the moment,
Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the... So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem? The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to... It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in...
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain... They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet. It's long over... All right. I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Back. Good luck.
Anything new to report? Well done. Let's see what you... It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Crix's legacy really just amounts... It just goes to show you how a tiny rumor... Anything else? Tisk, tisk. Looks like Mr. Rokoff lied on his application to Trident Luxury Lines. No matter. Next time he jumps from the key, we'll have him picked up. That will be one less fleet captain. That it? Are you kidding me? Dombrowski was already making a six-figure salary, and yet he couldn't resist starting an embezzlement. It makes me sick. It's gonna... Have any more? Yeah, you're right. But there's no way this was a solo job. Shifting all those parts takes serious... I'll send this to Mast, so they can shake the tree a bit. See what falls out. Looks like direct... Any other fragments? So Voss engineered a way to directly interface with the key's mainframe? I knew he was a math genius, but didn't realize... Well, we'll share this information with Galbank. Hopefully it'll help them shore up the security on their... Find anything else? So, Mr. Yasso is actually Lionel Soto. We thought Soto was dead. At least, that's what the I'll have the records updated, but seeing as Mr. Yasso has surrounded himself with the Crimson... Find anything else? Understood. Keep searching and you're bound to find more. We'll be here if you need us.
Lost a bet to one of the officers.
Longer done. Free.
I love the feeling after a perfect jump.
Bonus for whoever takes her out.
That ship's weapons are fully repaired, apparently.
Target's weapon system restored. Target lost their shields.
Their shields are gone.
Tags their grab drive.
Sector clear of spacer contact. Thanks for the help. Killing spacers is good for the soul. My crew wants you to know how much we appreciate. Any way we can repay you? What? I heard. Can't stay here gabbing all day.
Landing site locked. Take us in.
creature somewhere between alien and human. A peculiar mixture. Of extraordinary and practical. So, this is it. It's way too cold. This is absurd. Just look at this place. Incredible.
Hello, universe. This is Barrett, returning your call.
What in the... Who in the... Whoa, not your Barrett. Oh, sorry. You got to be joking. Nope. Okay. Agreed. Not worth it. Forming a hypothesis. You know, my captain asked the same thing. Different captain, though, so you aren't an exact facsimile. From my readings, you don't have your appendix, and you're a quarter of a centimeter taller than me. Minor differences, but that's... Molecular binary schism? Temporal twinning? Don't forget the fluctuations in the energy patterns, which align all harmonized vibrations, distorting some mechanical barrier between neighboring universes. Impossible to know with such a minute subset of reading. We need more data. Obviously. I'll be Barrett Prime. Amundsen is fine. Usually the barrier between us is too thick to communicate. Amundsen? Now I know you're not me. Hey, one of us has to keep it classy. Whoa there. Sustaining this connection requires a lot of You will eventually monitor the energy fluctuations and agree. But no, I could study this. Irvin told me to just enjoy it and collect data on the side for later. And Irving? By the tone of your voice, I'm gathering some things in our lives. Is he... Yes, he is. Our daughter pilots the ship after Vasco was destroyed. But otherwise, we've survived. I have so many. I wonder how many paths I've taken. We've taken. How many variations? I think about that all the time. Wait. What's that noise? Starborn ship. We can handle this. On it.
Already do, my friend. I promise.
So look, for the record, I am the same Barrett that came here with you. For sure. Is the ship my secret lair, then? I guess? I would have preferred something with more seating. And maybe a fight. Hey, at least I didn't pull an army of knees out of thin air, right? Besides, it is a bit exhausting to sustain. Anyway, it's a relief, you know. I have this ability, this power. And I already feel like it's subsiding. I know. I thought so too. Other me, other Barrett, seemed like... Anyway, we'll see. If the other me gets in the way, I can just release him or stop you. For now, I just need to use this power a bit and digest. I lost my Irvin. I know that. But it helps to know there's an Irvin out there somewhere living a... That's pretty exhausting, really. So I'm... want to take some time to relax here, I get it. Just don't get too lost in the distractions. We have a lot to do.
Inside's a bad place for tourists these days.
Sauvages. Nice.
You looking to get zoned? Not trying to score some of the good stuff? Okay. That means you're the rook that Delgado sent. Well, let me save both. Turn around, fly back to the key, and tell the big boss that I'm in no mood to screw around. Will me? Come on, give me a break. You're not exactly a top dog over there. Sending me a rook to handle a job this risky is a... And I'm getting tired of the fleet nut. I spent the last 3 months setting up this job, burned 2 contacts and a hell of a lot of... The whole time, I'm also keeping Bayou off our backs. That idiot even catches a whiff of money and he latches on...
I've dealt with Bayou in the past. He's got a clear set of gold.
All right. I get the point. I don't have a ton of time to stand here and screw around, so I'm gonna... You want the conduction grid tech, then you're gonna have to download it from the power core of Generdyne's facility. I'm talking about Generdyne's main... All their cushy offices might be up in the trade tower, but the nuts and bolts of it... Some fancy name the brain-trusted Generdyne calls the room where all the power from the conduction grid is stored. Cute, right? Hey, don't look at me. I didn't build the damn thing. Love the confidence. But before you pull the ripcord, I'm afraid I need to add a... While you're inside Generdyne, I need you to plan. It's a simple side job that'll earn you some credits. The elevator doesn't exactly go to the top floor in that head of yours, does it? Everything in the Crimson Fleet is accomplished through a decent... As in, I'm not going to give you the information to get your precious... Well, look at... Generdyne has all sorts of tasty, valuable snacks in their databanks. Here, take this microdrive and access the computer embracing... And I suppose you're gonna head down to Generdyne and kick down the door? Generdyne's got their place locked down tight. But, as usual, I recommend you start with Ayumi Komiko, an upper-level exec at Generdyne. Get your hands on her security pass? The catch is that Komiko's having a little fling. Anyway, you can find Komiko at Euphorica. Talk to the owner of the place, Micah. As for dealing with Komiko herself, she's got an office in the trade tower if you're looking. The rest is up to you, Rook. When you're done, come meet me at the VIP booth in the Astro Lab. Just grab that tech and plant the virus. Should be a cinch.
Clown spared no expense with her.
Yeah, what? Is it... Let me save you some time. If you're here for a job, we're not hiring. If you're here about the conduction grid tour... Good. If you were, you'd be the 12th person I've turned away this year. Look, I'm sorry if I'm blowing up at you, but I've got it. I'm afraid that things aren't going to... I don't care if I'm allowed to or not. I'm happy to get... The conduction grid went online almost 75 years ago. And since then, at this point, the money we're taking in as a power utility barely covers the waste that's going on in the research and development. You'd think... The problem is that Brayson Bayou, Administrator Bayou's brother, is currently heading up. I swear to you, the man doesn't know the first thing about power systems. None whatsoever. Look, I'm running out of options. No one above me seems to care what's going on. I have a full report on Brayson that I want to send to Administrator Bayou, but I don't. What do you think I should do? It describes my aggravation with how badly Brayson Bayou is running. I'm also including a list of all the failed experiments he's greenlit, and how much they've cost Genodyne as proof of his incompetence. I'm praying someone as financially successful as Administrator Bayou might be able to put aside his ego and look at this from a... You know what? You're absolutely right. Hey, look, thanks for helping. If there's anything else you need, any questions at all? As long as it doesn't get me into serious. Whoa. Okay, that's crossing. Huh. That... I'm glad you understand. Okay, listen. You didn't hear this from me. He was in her office a few weeks ago, and they had some kind of shouting match. It got really heated until Bayou stormed. I don't know what it was about, but I happen to know Miss Komiko keeps audio recordings of all her... And before you ask, yes, I'll unlock it for you. Sure. Hope to see you again soon.
Are you lost?
Neon Security, you're under arrest! You know, after conducting a thorough search, I'm surprised I didn't find any contraband.
Got a minute to chat? Exploring the galaxy is hard work. Trust me, I know. Stop by some.
Morning, noon, or night. Enjoy whatever.
Office in the middle of the night.
It's the numbers, Ayumi. I don't like what I'm seeing.
If you'd stop interfering with my company, the numbers would be better.
Your company? That's funny. I thought it belonged to Mr. Harada.
Give me a break. We both know you set up that identity so we could both reap the profits off the books.
If Genodyne was showing a profit, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
How the hell am I supposed to make a profit when all I have is your brother, the idiot, as my chief technician?
I'd choose your next words very carefully, Miss Komiko. Raise the utility costs to your clients, cut some staff, I don't care how you do it. I want Generdyne's profits soaring by the end of the month. And if I ever hear you talking about Brayson like that again, well, I'm sure you can imagine the consequences.
In here. It lets me go.
What's up?
Here for a drink? A chimera, perhaps? Ah, it's a nice job. You people should leave her alone. Yeah, sure. Tell me another one. You debt collectors are low-life Now get out of my club before I get really pissed off and have you...
It's nothing personal, friend.
Oh my god. Look, when I need the trash taken out, I call the strikers. So unless you want to deal with the toughest gang in the Crimson Fleet. Sorry, Ayumi owes a lot of money around town. I'm trying to help her. If you want to talk to her, you already have access. May all
Take
your
a break.
journeys be safe.
Let's chat.
Yeah. What do you... You must be zoned out of your mind, because... You're serious? Do you really think I'd risk my position as CEO? How the hell did you find that? It was Estelle Vincent, wasn't it? That bitch. I knew I should have kept that. Here, take this pass. It should get you through this. I'm warning you, though. Once you're inside, your trespass. Good luck. You're going to need it. I suppose if I don't explain, a copy of that recording you... A few years back, the previous CEO of Generdyne went missing. Instead, Bayu muscled his way into the company and gave me an ultimatum. Either back up his bullshit Mr. I had no choice. But I decided right then and there, I was going to do what... If that meant seducing Bayu to tip him off balance, then so be it. Luckily for me. More than you can Micah is the only person in this godforsaken city that... She doesn't want money. Doesn't use me for influence or as a stepping stone to get ahead. And when this stupid bullshit is over, and Bayu... If you had to work with the man is still a totally incompetent... The worst part of it is that he's Administrator Bayu's brother. So I can't fire him. It's like having a cut on your body and you're helplessly watching yourself bleed to death. What is this? A job interview? I'm the COO of the company, second to the top, right under... So when you ask me what I do for Generdyne, the answer is nothing. The salary helps, of course, but at the end of the day, I'm just a joke. I just know this is gonna come back to bite me on the ass. I just know.
Dusty! Let's talk. You know, I needed this. Exploring the galaxy... Vasco never appreciated my humor. I was just remembering how I'd pour my... I told him all about Irvin. He showed me a chart of how sad I should expect. Oh, we got to point B many times just fine. Top-notch co-pilot. Would recommend. Anyway, I'm glad you're here right now because we have things to discuss about. I heard back from my contact. They looked into Hephaestus Mining Corporation. And that's not all. My contact, turns out the witness was threatened until he withdrew it. And thanks to our contact, we now. My contact has an audio log with the bank transactions. No, my contact does for now. And it depends on what I want to do with all the proof. I'm glad you're confident already. I'm worried we don't have enough evidence to go up against a massive... So I know a cyber runner who has access... They can dig into the classified art. We can pay extra for them to use less legal methods to obtain information. That's definitely wise and absolute. I think I can do some digging in public records on my own. So I might. Depending on what they find out, it might be time to talk to a lawyer. Whew. Taking on Hephaestus isn't going to be easy. Why couldn't I have gotten something more useful? Like the art of cross-examination. That's solid advice. Know your act. Anyway, let's go adventure while we wait on the cyber runner to get back. Show off. Do it again.
If I have to eat fish for dinner one more time.
Here's where the magic happens. Imagine I can create more out of fish. Everybody works the best when they're scared and tired, right? Okay then.
This isn't worth it!
it's you. If you want the encryption cipher, you're welcome to it. I just don't want anyone getting hurt. Look, there's no need. I'm not trying to trick you. At this point, I'd do anything to get back at my brother. He deserves it. Look, I'm giving you what you want. You know, I've spent my entire life, everything always works out for him. While I've been bouncing from one... And all the while, he laughs at me behind my back. Thinks it's hilarious to make fun of his... Yeah. You know what? I am sick to death of being put. The passcode for my terminal is GEN-41A18. That should give you access. I'm getting out of here while I still can. Thanks again for the talk. It really helped.
Ah, there you are. What kept you? It's obvious you're here to meet someone. Fortunately for them, they rented this... I assume that same someone provided you with that clever little virus you Oh, I will. You know, I should give credit where it's due. That virus is quite... That's the last time I'll ever take the Crimson Fleet's capability. And I'm a businessman, which means I know when to walk away from a deal. It's because I don't negotiate with pirates. They don't understand No. For your kind, it's only brute force and violence. Shoot first, take whatever you want, and... There. You see? All you know how to do is threaten... Look, I'm not here to debate. All you have to do is tell me who's profiting from the virus you've uploaded. In return, I'll let you leave the city alive.
I've always appreciated that you get right to the point, Bayou.
My dear friend, you couldn't... I'm afraid you'll just have to reveal... You don't have to worry about that. You point me to our little mole, and I'll do the rest. You don't even... Brayson? Interesting. And here I thought my dear brother was simply a... Perhaps I've misjudged...
Well, maybe you can use this situation to turn your brother into a more useful,
So, I assume this concludes our little arrangement, and you'll be... Oh, when you get back to the key, be certain to give Neva and Delgado... Ah, there. It's obvious you're here to meet someone. I assume that... All too well. You know, I should give credit where it's... That's the last time. And I'm a businessman. It's because I don't... No. It may seem that way, but for every rival I've had... Look, I'm not here to debate. All you have to do is tell me who's profiting from the...
I've always appreciated.
Really? There's a body that Neon Security is going to be discovering very soon. One with concrete evidence that links you to the murder. I'd say you have about 1 hour to...
Murder? Even for you, that is remarkably low bait.
So, I assume this concludes our little arrangement? Oh, when you get back to the key, be certain to give Nate...
Benjamin Bayou's Tower. It's big, all right. Not sure what else, but it's big.
Hi there. Welcome to... You'll thank yourself after you... If you're looking for a new you, I'm always ready to help.
Look at you. Beautiful, unique, original, bored. Our beds are comfortable and affordable. Right, ready.
Hello. It's getting into too big to fail.
Nothing like a velocity after a rough shift at Zeno. Makes you forget how bad you sleep.
Glad you're back. Sorry about the whole Benjamin Bayou thing at the Astral Lounge. Can you believe the nerve of that smug son of... Well, I was hoping we'd celebrate your return with some drink. I was about to start partying early when Boone Morgan tipped me off that Bayou was on his way down with some knee. I'm pretty sure I missed him by less than a minute. Left it. So I've heard. Throwing yourself under the bus like that. Ow. Yeah, I'm pretty much dead in the water at this. Since Bayou flagged the virus, I can't risk accessing the system now. All that work I did trying to crack Jenner. Now I'm in a bit of a bind. The prep work for this job put me in deep for a bunch of cash, and That's pretty cool of you to offer.
Sorry, Estelle. This was your scheme. You're on your own.
Look, I was hoping you'd pick up on what I was trying to ask. What the hell with it? Can you cut me in for a little bit of cash you're making on this job? I mean, I did get you inside and practically hand you...
Sounds reasonable enough to...
I appreciate that. I really do. Having each other... How much, are you... This is perfect. It will...
Thanks for everything, Estelle.
All right, I guess we're done here. Tell Delgado if he ever needs me for anything else. And hey, you won't be hearing Rook from me anymore. As far as I'm concerned. If anyone tries to tell you otherwise, just watch your ass. Benny isn't exactly gonna be...